2-2 to Vientos.
And he smacks it to deep left. That's out of here. And the Mets win the ball game.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you fucking for real? Mark Vientos walks it off, and the Mets win 6-4, building their winning streak to 8 games. Was there a doubt? Not from me. I'll tell you that right now, because when I knew after that inning where Jose Budo does his thing and works out of what could have been a little bit of trouble with the way he was struggling to locate at times, when I knew there was an opportunity for Mark Vientos to walk this game off, there was just no doubt in my mind. There was no doubt in my mind he was walking off. I texted in the group chat if you need further proof. Matt will tell you on the next podcast episode. But I just knew when there was an opportunity, he was going to do it, and he led this offense tonight, because there are nights where Lindor is not going to be the one to lead the offense, and he both opens the game and closes the game tonight. What's going on, guys, though? Welcome back to another post-game show here. Like I said, the Mets win 6-4. On your way in, leave a like and subscribe. Of course, turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. Let's talk about this game because I need to get back to watching football after. But top of the first inning, 1-2-3 inning for Sean Manaea, who was on the bump for the Mets. Bottom of the first, Lindor with a single. Nimmo strikes out, which there will be a conversation about Nimmo later on in this post game. Mark Vientos crushes a home run, though, 2-0. Alonso and Winker strike out to end the inning. We go to the second, where Steer gets a single. France strikes out. Friedel hits into a double play. Bottom of the second, the Mets go down in order. We go to the top of the third, where a 1-2-3 inning there for Sean Manaea. The Mets go down in order in the bottom of the third, and all of a sudden, you're thinking the same thing, probably, right? That we've thought for the past few months at this point, where they just score in bunches, and it needs to stop being that way. But thankfully, that changed later on, which we'll talk about. Fourth inning, though, India walks, and then, which that call was just garbage by the ump. I don't know how they called that fifth pitch, I should say, especially how they called that a ball. That was just egregious. And then Ellie hits a home run because you throw your arms up, of course, because it would happen after that garbage call, and Ellie ties the game at 2. Sean Manaea gets the rest of the order down. We go to the bottom of the fourth, where Vientos flies out. Alonso grounds out. Winker gets hit by a pitch, which would be a theme for the Mets tonight, hit by pitches, which we'll talk about that in the next inning. Martinez flies out. We go to the fifth inning, where Sean Manaea strikes out the side. Needed that. Looked in control there. Bottom of the fifth, Marte grounds out. And then Jeff McNeil hit by a pitch, and we would not see him for the remainder of the game. And to that, I say, I don't know what's going to happen. It looked pretty bad. It looked like he was feeling... It looked pretty bad, I should just say. I should just say it looked bad. He stayed in the game the run, but it looks like something that maybe could be a problem, and I do worry about that. I know Carson's probably the only one, like, happy about that one, but regardless, we'll see what happens. He's gonna undergo further testing either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow at this rate, so we'll see what happens there with McNeil. Alvarez walks, though, and then Lindor hits into a double play. We go to the sixth inning, where Fraley grounds out. India gets hit by a pitch, and then Ellie hits into a double play. We go to the sixth inning, where Nimmo strikes out. Vientos lines out, and then the Mets, with 2 outs, they rally. Pete Alonso with a double, which was nice to see him get something going for once, and then Iglesias with a single to make it 3-2. JD Martinez, welcome back after your break there, which I was saying on the podcast too. I have a feeling that JDM getting a break is going to help him out. Granted, he really didn't help much tonight outside of that hit, but again, he got something going, and it's more than what he was doing prior, to be honest. So 4-2, I will take it. Starling Marte hits a single, and then Bader has to come up to pinch hit, and he has not been good. He strikes out. We go to the seventh inning, where they try to let Manaea ride it out. He strikes out Stevenson, walks Steer. Right there, I probably would have pulled him, and then he steals a bag. France strikes out, and it's like, all right, maybe he'll get out of it, and Friedel hits a home run, tied at 4, which I'm not even mad at Manaea for that pitch, to be honest with you. You could be a bit mad that he hung a sweeper, But that was so elevated in the zone that I'm also not too mad, to be honest with you. Like, maybe I should be. But yeah, that ended up tying the game up at 4 there. And then Espinal ends up hitting, or ends up striking out. Sorry, I got distracted there. As Reed Garrett comes in, he strikes him out to end the inning. I got a notification. I thought the game started again, so I got a little worried there. But anyway, Emilio Pagan comes in for the Reds, gets back-to-back strikeouts. Nimmo gets a single. Vientos doesn't. He think they're going to respond here, and then Pete grounds out because he's not defeating the allegations. I know he got the rally started before, but he's still not beating the allegations right now. 8th inning, though, 1-2-3 inning for Reed Garrett. Looked dominant, getting 2 strikeouts on Rosario and India, and especially that last sweeper that he threw to Jonathan India, and the way that he was finding the inside part of the plate on him was just beautiful. It was really beautiful. The Mets go down in order in the 8th inning. 9th inning, Diaz comes in and strikes out the side and looked like vintage Diaz outside of the first pitch, where he didn't look great, but he was ticking it up also with the velocity, and he's starting to throw harder, which is really nice to see, because I'm not going to lie to you, I was worried about his velocity for a while, because I get that he was coming back from the injury, but it was starting to linger on too long that the velocity wasn't there. But maybe it's the fact that, again, he needs to pitch often, and he said it himself, and now that he's pitching often, maybe that's what he needed, and maybe this is what's going to get him going to crank the velocity up and be consistent. 9th inning, Alexis Diaz comes in, strikes out Bader, hits Alvarez with a pitch. Tyrone Taylor comes in the run. I thought they were maybe going to score here, but Lindor pops out. Taylor steals a bag, and then Nimmo grounds out to end the inning. We go to the 10th, where Budo, again, scared me a little bit with the way he couldn't find the zone on Friedel, but after that, I mean, it was pretty smooth sailing from there. He was pretty much only getting contact or getting strikes. So yeah, he ends up getting 2 groundouts and a pop out to end the inning, and then you just knew. You just knew, if you had the confidence in you, that Mark Vientos, Swaggy V, would get his 24th of the season. I thought it was going to be a double. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't thinking big picture home run there. Obviously, I would have took it, and I did take it because it happened, and the bat flip, beautiful, just beautiful. There is so much to love about this game, whether it's the fact that Minaya struck out 9. I know he allowed the 4 runs, but I still think Minaya was dominant tonight and still looks, I mean, this is just night and day. 2 walks from the pitching staff in total, both from Minaya. Reed Garrett, 3 strikeouts. Diaz, 3 strikeouts. The only pitcher that didn't get a strikeout was Budo. The pitching was as good as it's been all season long, and as good as as it's been down this stretch here. I wanted Maton, quite honestly, in that 10th inning instead of Budo, but Budo worked through it. I shouldn't have doubted Jose Budo. What could I say? But regardless, yeah, even though Minaya, it looked bad because of the 2 home runs, I still thought he was fine. Like, he only had 3 hits still. It's just 2 of those pitches happened to be in the wrong places. And then the lineup, I mean, everyone really contributed outside of Francisco Alvarez, which, unless you want to count him getting hit by a pitch, and then Winker, which he was out of the game early, though, because they continue to do the thing where they take him out early in platoon situations, which I have an issue with, but I also don't. But regardless, yeah, I mean, you got contributions. Nimmo, I'm still worried about. I know he had that hit, but he still just looks a bit lost up there. And those 2 strikeouts, I mean, it's just not good from him. But yeah, outside of that, you saw the offense going with runners in scoring position a bit. 3 for 7 tonight. And Mark Vientos was just the driving force. 3 for 5, 4 RBIs. What more is there to say? He led this offense, and do I want a bit more still from this offense? Oh, yeah. Quite honestly, yeah. But I will, again, continue to take these wins as they come, and I at least could appreciate that it wasn't just Lindor carrying the offense. At least someone new did it tonight, and that someone was Mark Vientos. Tomorrow they will be back at it again. Quintana on the bump. I don't know who's pitching for the Reds yet. We'll see. But that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. And I'll see you guys in the next one.